Play FMT. Play FMT.
All right, let me play it. All right.
For worse.
This is actually probably the best track on this side of the album, and I really do like it. Her type. She knows that her type is toxic, and yeah, I think it's a good articulation of that. It's a very good feel good track. It kind of gives me a little SZA vibes. You remember her track Nobody
Gets Me.
Nobody Gets Me. Yes.
Yeah, it definitely gave that. I think it's maybe because it's the guitar. They put the guitar in it.
It's the arrangement. Yeah.
I'm calling it Summer Walker, Texas Ranger. Like, this is her countryside, in my opinion. And this is not the first time I feel like on this.
Countryside is an exaggeration.
But that's the kind of vibe I got from it. Like, it
is a very like acoustic
give me a little
pop.
acoustic.
Pop.
I'm going to just spit my stuff and get on this track. And so.
Yeah, I would say acoustic pop. I wouldn't say country.
I hear you definitely. No, I get you. I'm joking. But I definitely think in it, the lyrics again is something I resonate to. That's why I will definitely say it's a hit for me.
Yeah.
Forget my type. Like real talk. Especially it's not my type. My type. Especially hasn't been working for me.
You get that on there.
Because it's emphasis.
Yes,
it's emphasis on it for real. But definitely it hasn't been panning out, and I just want a better life. So if it's worse as an aspect of love for it, so be it. As long as I can find happiness in some aspect.
It might be just an overarching message of whatever your type is, try something else. That's what it is.
Trading love for a good life.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what she's saying.
Love for a good life.
That's what she's saying. Not saying it resonates with me. Excuse me. I'm just saying what she's saying in this album.
Who we got next?
Houseway.
Was that a hit for you though?
Yes, it was a hit. This is the one. It's Houseway with her featuring Sailor. This is my vibe.
You ain't got the education.
Yeah.
Hit.
That's a vibe.
Hit. Yeah.
Vibe.
Obviously, we know the pop culture moment with Kanye on Sway in the Morning Show, and he's like, "You ain't got the answers, Sway. You ain't got the
answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye,
I've been doing this more than you.
Doing what?
You ain't got.
Me? Come on, chill out.
You
bro.
ain't got the answers.
Kanye,
you ain't got the answers.
I'm asking you.
You
a
ain't
question.
been doing the education.
That was college for me.
Yeah.
Like replaying that and this. That was a whole like inside joke with me and my friends, and you ain't got the answers, you ain't had the education. It's real, yeah. Like
I love how this feature with Sailor is just like smoothly interwoven. It's not like Summer feature.
This is a better one.
Yeah. Because
I feel like Sailor probably has the same vibe as Summer in a way.
She does.
So she's like, I don't need to be in the studio with you. I don't need to collaborate. I'm gonna put what I'm gonna put on it.
Yeah.
And I think she did a good job as
this is actually probably a testament.
This
is probably a testament to the producer. Good job to the producer who did this.
Let me
sit close to the
that
bottom.
was a good produced track.
So it says written by Adam Krevlin, Anoop D'Souza, Sailor, Summer Walker, and Zachary Ezekson.
So Sailor was on it too.
Yeah.
So London wasn't on the track still on this album? He's totally done with her?
You know what? I didn't hear London on the track on any of this. And as a matter of fact, as the end of each song, I did not see London on the track.
You didn't see him in the credits or nothing?
I did not.
Okay.
Unless I don't know his government. But London on the track also likes to announce himself on every track. And I did not hear London on the track on this.
Okay.
So finally over it means she's finally over London on the track.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Ooh, play this next one. I just want you to bring it in because
you talking about
the intro is everything.
Tonight Events is proudly sponsored by
Rich and Black Cards.
Period.
Nene Leaks.
I need a baller, shot callers, take me to the mall so I can spend a couple dollars.
There we go. Head hard. Can we fast forward to Mon and Leo though real quick?
Okay.
Yeah, my right. Okay. She real. So she the girl who had that the wedding with in that pink dress and like Money. Who her boyfriend also is he a producer or a rapper? But he's also in the industry. I don't know her husband.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither.
But what I will say is shout out to Summer Walker's collaboration team for
hooking that up. Yeah, that was everything.
Okay.
She gives me that vibe of that newer female rap generation.
Yes.
She runs with the class of Bunna B,
yes.
YK Niece, them type of girls.
YK Niece, shout out to you.
And shout out to these new girls, this new generation of female rappers. Like honestly, it's such a different vibe, but y'all also talented to me.
Yeah.
So okay, but it's a hit for me. I could have. Glorilla could have did a better verse. You could have left Sexy Red off, in my opinion.
Yeah, we didn't even get to her, but it's fine. Like I just feel like this track, in my opinion, is giving A B C D E F G. It's
simple.
It's very simple.
Yeah,
it's very simple.
But I know the girls gonna be turning up sex in the club.
Sesame Street bop. That's what it's giving.
Yeah.
So,
but it's a good. You go out with your homegirls. It's gonna be a moment. Like I think the song's gonna be a moment.
It works when the liquor's flowing.
And you got it. The legendary Nene Leaks in it. I live for that.
Well, Candy, won't you check around Puerto Rico and see if there's a studio we can go drop some beats?
I live for that.
Well, yeah, I live for that little cameo. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. It's Nene Leaks.
So the next one is Don't Make Me Do /Tempted. Don't Make Me Do It /Tempted.
What's it a hit for you though? The last song?
Oh, so the last song to me,
Baller.
Now that I'm feeling it, sure, it's a hit. But earlier it was a miss for me because maybe I just it only works when the liquor's flowing. Yeah. That's what I think. So it's a turn up song.
I did like number one by Summer and Brent because I like Brent Faiyaz, so that's also another reason. But I also thought he's more in control of this song.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard each of her features, I feel like the features were more in control of the sound of how the song was gonna go, with the exception of a couple. But like Brent Faiyaz was one of them. I think another one of them was without my phone. I can't remember. But I think the one like Lotto and Doja Cat, I think like that was a little more controlled towards their style too.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And there was one more, but I can't remember it right now. But off of the features.
So Go Girl and off of the features, I think you said the end of it.
Well, I mean, the Chris Brown one sounded like him too, but there was also one more on this Anderson .Paak as well. All the features really sound like they were more in control of the sound than Summer was.
Well, that's also a perspective, but I guess for me, it's still like the cohesiveness. She needs to get.
Which is also, I gave credit to that.
Yeah.
Like, off camera with my husband, but I told him like, I feel like the features she picked for this album, like they were just so perfect. Like everything just like gelled.
That's
so
fair.
well.
I mean, like as far as like great artists to be on there,
For every,
I just wish it was track,
like there wasn't a feature that I felt like that shouldn't have been there.
Oh wow, because the girls are saying she should have left a lot of people off.
I mean, Mariah, the scientist with that thing, like I feel like she shouldn't have been left off, but she could have added more.
She could have added more.
Correct.
Okay, I hear you on that.
Yeah.
And I just also, like I said, like with the Chris Brown, like she could have, like, I don't know, it just could have been better.
To me, I disagree. That one.
I'm waiting on it to hit me, but
like,
yeah.
Maybe I'm just biased to Chris Brown, but that's polished to me.
Okay.
It's a polished feature.
And Baller, you felt like all those rappers should have been on there as well.
So that's one of them where I'm just like, it has to go on me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the last three. And I thought these songs actually all flowed together. You said actually it should have just been one or something, or like.
Well, you said that. Don't put it in my words.
Okay, that's fair. But you said they were too similar.
I said they were all very similar.
But essentially, that's a cute song to me.
It's a cute song.
Feel good song.
I think in terms of the artistic director, this is a lazy placement of the song.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I think that it should have been placed higher up in the album.
I agree with that.
To get more value out of it. Something of more interest should have been placed near the bottom to keep our interest.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's a fair assessment. I'll still say, because it's a cute little song, I'll give it a hit. This is with Teddy Swims. I thought it was perfect to also use him as a feature. That was a great use of Teddy Swims.
I did too, actually. I love this alternate genre for Summer. I know that she's
Summer
capable.
Walker, Texas Ranger, I'm telling you.
I know that she's capable because she's done dabbles of that in the past.
And what songs? Because honestly, I couldn't even think of like when she's tried this type of feel for me.
Well, this specific type of feel, no.
Okay.
But I know she's dabbled outside of her typical R&B genre before.
Okay.
But like this typical country type of feel, I haven't heard before. Mm-hmm. I don't think I have. But I do like how she did it.
Yeah. I think she didn't do too much. She didn't do too little. It's like it's very in the experimental phase, but I like it for her. Like honestly.
Yeah, it gives me Rihanna. Rated R.
I was thinking, what was it, like 5 seconds of summer or something like that.
4 or 5 seconds.
4 or 5 seconds of summer.
I mean, that's
what it kind of reminded me of, like when she was doing those things.
No, so this whole arrangement gives me a rated R album, Rihanna.
Okay.
And that's some homework for you. Go back and look at that.
All right, last track. So that's the end of Finally Over It. It's a self-titled track.
And I love that because that last track gave like introspective, like I said, ethereal, like ascendant, like she's above it all now.
I agree with you on that.
And like I love how she ended that, and I hope that she's finally over it.
Do you think when she says finally over it, it's over as far as like how she navigates relationships in that certain way, or like music?
So I think it is, when she says she's finally over it, I think it is the thing that weighs all of us down in terms of wanting love and acceptance or matter of fact, no, I take that back. I think it that she's talking about is like life and weighing us down in the struggles of trying to achieve and trying to be better. As she says, I'm just finally over that dream. I'm just going to marry this rich man, and I'm just going to give up that perfect love life and
the ideal of it.
And all the ideal of it, and I'm going to live this because this is the closest to my dreams.
I hear you there.
And that she's finally over that journey. She's finally over that struggle. And this is where she's settling.
Do you think that's what it's about?
I think that's a theme of it.
No, like in life in general, in a way. Like as far as love comes, like.
Oh, so my message in terms of love, in terms of maybe a rapping message, I think it's about finding yourself first, or finding a version of yourself first that you're comfortable with and have found some growth in, and then presenting that to someone else, because the match is going to be where what you present is going to be their asset, and vice versa.
I hear you.
And the only way you're going to find someone that's going to be with you for life is if you present your asset and make yourself valuable first. And that can only happen by starting to do the work internally.
I hear you 100% on that. I would just like to add on that. I think, to me, it's you're attracting that person because you know, it doesn't have to be fully who you are, but you know who you are. And at least you're heading that direction of who you believe or you want yourself to be. And I think that's going to attract positive energy for the same person who's also striving for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you on the fact that you really can't try and navigate and love a person fully for who they are until you figure out who you are.
The work that you have to do, or the energy that you have to expel, is within yourself, because the universe will do the rest of the work.
I agree with you 100%. Second question.
Yeah.
Is Finally Over It a hit or miss for you?
Finally Over It is a hit, and I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. It's a hit for me. I will say Over It in general is going to be the top tier of the trilogy for me.
Same.
This for me so far is second.
This is also second for me.
Yeah, so and then
yeah, we're on the same vibe.
Still Over It will be third. But yeah, it's a hit for me. I think this next month, this is a good fall music.
Yeah. People
are going to resonate with this album more. Yeah.
I am. I feel like one of those tracks I'm going to be playing a lot is No. Another track I'm going to be playing a lot is probably the double track, Don't Make Me Do It and Tempted. I like that one a lot. I would say if I would pick a third track that I'll be playing a lot, it would probably be 1-800 Heartbreak.
1-800 Heartbreak,
yes,
yeah.
With Edison Pack. That's the other one I would play a lot.
I think for me...
Because I do like that.
All of it?
I do.
That's fair.
Because that gives me it's a new soul track.
Okay.
It's a track where you give R&B and you give a rapper his shine, and it transitions, and it's a new soul vibe track. I don't like that.
Okay. For me, my top will be Go Girl.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Even though it's toxic, it'll be robbed.
Yeah.
1-800 Heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I thinking? Houseway.
Houseway, I have to give it some more.
FMT. I would do that one.
FMT is a good track. It's a solidly good track.
Yeah. And especially for that side, it's good.
Yeah, it's a very good track, solidly. But
And Your Boy. Even though I said I hated that song.
Yeah, well, 21 Savage.
I know I'm be listening to the gym. Like, that's gonna be the thing. So
maybe that's
Get Your Boy.
Maybe that's a little Tweety Bird in me, but I like 21 Savage.
I like 21 too. Yeah. But overall, this is a hit for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably fall in love with more. No, I know I'm gonna fall in love with that one too eventually. So I like it, but I'm not in love with it yet. But here we go. Thank you for reviewing this album with me.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, I will.
And it was fun.
Call you up whenever I definitely need some albums to review.
Oh yeah,
I had fun.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's take a little break.
That's all right.
So I think honestly, how this podcast lined up was perfect because you know a lot about marriage. I
know a little bit.
You have a perspective of marriage.
Yes.
And you were just married recently. Almost close to a year. When will be the year point?
December 20th.
Okay. How do you feel? Like almost coming up to a year.
I feel accomplished.
In what aspect?
So because once you say I do, that's the easy part. Mm-hmm. The harder part comes with committing to those words.
Committing to I do.
Yeah. And I think that throughout this almost year now, we've already been tested in that aspect. And it is an accomplishment to me to own up to those words and to live that. And I love that. I love that I'm navigating what that means. And I love that we're navigating it together. And I love that we commit to being on the same page.
So you feel as though you were able to be successful in that
At least,
so far?
yeah, this first year has been successful in the sense that we have traversed that. And now it's just about the future. And it hopefully will be easier.
I do know that. What, any anniversary plans?
So right now there are no concrete plans. We have many like ideas, and it's probably not even gonna be falling on our anniversary because we got married during the holidays. So there's a lot of other commitments to family and things like that. So whatever we do in celebration will probably be after our anniversary because of the holidays. But we still haven't found a concrete idea. But you know, there's some ideas of trips and things like that. So.
Okay, trips. Well, you know, your man tells me everything because he's also my best friend.
Exactly, and you're his technical best man. So.
Okay, technically.
Yeah, because we didn't have a traditional ceremony, but like you know, you are his best man, and you know, my other friend is my best friend is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got you. I just know, like, at first it was a conversation about proposing, and obviously we had a situation where like re-election was happening, everything like that. Trump was a candidate again, and you know we had Kamala Harris ultimately being the Democratic Party nominee, and so we were threatened by situations as far as like gay marriage being overturned, the decision made against Obergefell and Hodges back in 2015, which gave the law of the land the legal right for gay queer couples to marry.
Yeah, and when
you felt that was threatened, correct? I know Mayday did.
And listen, I'm gonna be real about it. Like, and we, as a matter of fact, it was my idea.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, like as soon as it happened, I was like, hey, this is da 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 da. We talked about it. Well, matter of fact, let me not say it's my idea. I brought it to our attention that this was happening, and it was a discussion amongst us.
So you initiated the conversation of marriage.
I initiated the conversation of, hey, this could be threatened.
Okay.
And he initiated the conversation of, well, let's do it.
Okay.
And so we didn't have a traditional proposal in the sense of he got down on one knee, gave me a ring, all this other stuff.
It was a discussion.
It was discussion. It was a plan to action, and we did it in 6 weeks.
Yeah, because it happened. I was told literally I felt like a month ahead of time, and it happened.
We did it in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Told my family, told everybody, and regardless of how fast it was, the experience was beautiful and magical. We had a very beautiful moment in the courthouse of all places when we went, and I don't know if they do this all the time, but for our situation, it was 7 couples that they called up in a group to get married, and all of us were gay or LGBT. We got married right next to each other, and it was just like a beautiful moment, and it was something that I would treasure because his family was there. Unfortunately, my family couldn't make it. It was short notice, but my brother and my sister made it later on for a separate celebration that we had. But it was just like a beautiful moment. It was just like I couldn't have asked for anything better. Like whatever is supposed to be is going to be, however it's supposed to happen is going to happen, and whatever I could have asked for in that moment, it was just very beautiful.
You also mentioned that there were other gay couples there also getting eloped. Did they also mention the sentiments that their legal rights were being threatened, and that's what pushed their decision?
No, because that wasn't even a conversation. Everybody was...
no one had the conversation like that.
Because everybody was there for the moment of being married.
That's fair.
And nobody had any type of conversation like that.
Going back, when I heard, Mayday's sentiments of, like, why he was pushed for, I never knew, like, initially he started that.
I did mention it to him because of the election. Yeah. Like, typically, amongst both of us, I'm the one that's more, like, plugged into politics and the news. Like, he prefers to not have his peace disturbed by that. For me, like, I grew up in a household where politics and like things of that nature was so important in the forefront. Like, because like I come from a family of immigrants. Okay. So therefore, like, the policies of this country is important to us. That's because valid. It affects us directly in many ways. And therefore, because of that, I always pay attention to it now.
You hold a priority to it, and I understand that. And just even like a couple months ago, it was in a way challenged by conservative rights. I guess a Kentucky clerk didn't want to issue a same-sex couple marriage licenses. The Supreme Court did deny the case. Yes. Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett. Yeah. So I was happy to see that she was saying essentially, like, our marriage equality has very concrete reliance interests. Yeah. And essentially what I'm understanding from that is that a lot of things rely on these same-sex couples, such as medical benefits, children and families. At first she thought it was only fewer than 100,000 kids adopted or even biologically belonging to same-sex couples. It's hundreds of thousands. So essentially you would be breaking up those families. And then medical benefits, like you were expressing me a couple months ago, your medical care, your husband, Mayday, is on your medical coverage.
Yeah, so actually that's very important. That's very important to me. One of the key components with getting married are the benefits of being married. I could have been in a relationship with him and not got married and be like, I love you and we're together and I'm for you, you for me. And that's cool. But to exist in this world in a sense of a unit and creating our roots, we need to be officially recognized and legalized. And part of that is insurance. Part of that is like rights in an ER room and things of that nature. So yeah,
and even financially,
all of those things.
Making sure your husband, y'all have access to certain accounts, to different things. If one, God forbid, passed away, exactly, you can pass it on to the partner.
He's my beneficiary. Yeah, all of those things. So, like I work a certain job where I have insurance. He works a certain job where he does not. Or like it does not.
It probably have a worth healthcare.
Yeah, so therefore
options.
Therefore, in order to protect my husband, my husband, or the person I love, like I of course want him to be married to me so that he can be covered under me.
So think of hundreds of thousands of families that will be affected by that, and so I'm happy, like, knowing that they have enough, like, humanity in them to be like. All these families will be affected. Hundreds of thousands of families will be affected if we reverse this ruling. So I'm happy we still have that. Like, they're still resonating us in that way. But I really commend you guys in moving forward, because I think there's going to be a lot of conservatives still trying to attack this at all fronts. So I just pray, like, people can, like, the average American understand, like, how many people will be affected by reversing this ruling. Yeah. But we're gonna continue on. We're married, y'all. The seal is done. I guess one of my questions is, well, I guess you kind of answered what was one of the most memorable moments at your wedding or one of your receptions and different things. And it's like you being that girl.
Well, I could
getting married.
I could also speak to it specifically. My most memorable moment at the wedding was the moment where we stopped everything at the reception. And it was like a combination of his speech about, like, our marriage, and it was a moment where he opened up and, like, because everybody knows my husband, like, getting him to open up
You don't
fully.
get mushy. Yeah.
You don't get a lot, even from me. You know,
especially not in public.
Yeah, and he just like declared his love for me and his openness and how he felt about his whole journey in front of everyone, and it felt very proud. I felt very proud about that moment. And then also the combination of our dance and the cake cutting. Mm-hmm. It was a whole moment about like maybe about 15 to 20 minutes that we gave the audience like
at the first reception.
At the first reception, like that moment for me was very nice. It was like in my mind, like that was like my wedding moment when my husband spoke about us and how he felt about us, and it made me feel good. Where we cut the cake, which was a very traditional thing to do, and I'm okay with tradition in some instances, and that was one of them. I wanted to cut the cake. I wanted to have that moment,
having your first dance,
and then I wanted to have our first dance, and I had all of that, and it made me feel complete.
I love to hear that.
Yeah,
especially as a gay man.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, when you first came to be or acknowledge who you were, even in your mind, did you think that moment would happen?
No. No, and I'm getting emotional thinking about it because
it's real.
I never thought, being a Caribbean little boy in the family that I grew up in, that I could get married to a man and be happy in who I was or who I am. It's a beautiful thing. I just never thought it would happen.
It is beautiful.
I just never thought it would happen.
And even as a Black American, 10 years ago, we couldn't get married. And even in my community, we're so far back. Like, my dad, we haven't even got to the moment someone I'm dating, he could call my boyfriend and be like, oh, that's his friend. Or like, and so it's just...
What I would say...
to get to that moment, I can only imagine just how, like you said, how complete you feel.
Yeah, but it hasn't come with sacrifice. It hasn't come without sacrifices. Because I don't have a relationship with my father.
Okay.
My relationship with my mother is good, but she still hasn't met my partner in person. She hasn't come to my wedding. She hasn't done any of those things. And in order for me to live this life that I'm living now, it's a sacrifice and a choice that I had to make. And it was like a crossroad in my life. I'm trying to get my family in and also live my life at the same time. And it's just a very delicate balance. And I want everyone to know out there that yes, I'm married, yes, I'm happy in my marriage, but it's always something to strive for. There's always a journey. And my family being in my life is my journey.
Just to see from experience, watching my folks and families around me, don't feel so like, I know it's a harder battle for us. It's a harder mountain to climb, but that's not abnormal. I have like cousins in my life, and she still is fighting to get her mother-in-law on the same page. So you know what I mean? So like, it is a battle I think a lot of couples face. It's going to be harder because there's religious conflict and background and all that have to do with it. But a lot of people face the same type of battles. And I think, I'm just saying, like, I think it's still hopeful. Because when you have kids, they want to see their grandkids.
That's a point. When you marry Black, you're going to experience that religious thing.
Out of nowhere.
You're going to experience,
because my dad's not religious in the least, but then he starts quoting scripture at me, and I'm like,
No, but I mean just in general, like, because like
we don't want to get into your lifestyle.
no, because like we're both like
Yeah.
me and Matt or Mayday, we're both black. So even though we're both going through this gay experience, we're both black. So we're gonna have that extra added layer. And I see why this may be controversial, but I see why a lot of other black gay men
Marry white outside their race.
outside their race, because
it might be a little easier.
it's just there's not that extra added layer. But that's what we're navigating, and I'm not regretful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a moment.
All right. So what's the next question in preparation?
I guess I had a question on because I think we were talking about earlier in the Summer's album, as far as on her song "No," you know, the black woman's plight in heterosexual relationships.
Yes.
So I felt like I wanted to ask the question as far as like, do you guys still practice gender roles in your relationship?
I think in order to create some type of balance, there has to be some type of aspect of that. I think it just comes down to assessing what you guys do on a regular basis.
What you're probably like good at.
Like what you do, what is the normal pattern that you guys experience together? And for me, I work less than he does. Therefore,
You take care of the home. Okay.
in the home, like there's more stuff for me to do because I'm at home more than he is.
It's just the reality.
It's
of
just
our
the reality.
relationship.
Like if you're gonna create a balance, like that just what has to happen. Somebody has to step in the gap.
So I know Mayday cooks a lot.
He does
So
cook a
what
lot.
role do you take as far as taking care of the home?
So I take care of like the cleaning. I take care of the dogs. I take care of managing like the bills in terms of like I don't necessarily pay them alone. We pay them together, but I make sure they pay it on time. I look at all the payment schedules
Okay.
and all the things.
So you manage the bills.
I do.
Okay.
You know, I make sure like, okay, we got this coming up, we got this coming up, we got this coming up. You know, make sure the money's organized in that way. But you know, like I said, he makes more income than I do in the sense that because he works more than I do. But that's just the reality.
It's just how it should.
It's just a balance of
So you're not basing roles off of sexual position. You're not basing roles off
No.
of feminine, masculine. It's just how
it's just
the cookie crumbled.
I mean, like I said, there are certain aspects that still inform that because
Okay.
I would say that he's more masculine than I am in the sense of certain
Maybe
man.
fixing the car if that's the issue.
I mean, yeah, like those type of things, and those things are very surface. But I'm more talking about like you know, just like the spirit. Like I'm the more submissive and more giving and pleasing and type of person. He's the more like leader, provider, protector type of person.
Okay.
And despite whatever our sexual roles are, those are our spiritual roles.
So
And
you would say he leads the home.
he leads the home in certain aspects, and I support and uplift the home.
Okay.
Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah,
And all of that is important
yeah.
to
It is.
make y'all family thrive.
It is.
Okay. On the basis, I'm gonna just get into it since we talking about family.
Yeah.
Do y'all plan on having kids one day?
That is in the conversation. It's not in the. We both agree that it's not in the very near future, as in like the next 2-3 years or whatever. But we are looking towards it in the future. We want to live our lives now, because we understand that when a child comes into the picture, there's a certain measure of sacrifice, a certain measure of discipline that we're not ready to take on right now. And
When do you think that time will be?
like I said, after a few years, we also, it may sound shallow, but we also want to make sure Trump's out the White House.
That's fair.
You know, we just want to make sure he's out the White House. We want to make sure America is in a state that is different than it is right now for us to raise children.
Okay.
Granted, every time to raise a child may be tumultuous, but right now we just want to like see how things are.
Okay. So a few years.
Years.
On the aspect of...
we're looking at adoption, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to ask my next question. How you want to bring children into your family?
Yeah, adoption is probably the best way for us to go about this.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a child that needs a home.
Mm-hmm.
And we're a good home. We're gonna love the child. We're gonna be disciplined in a certain way, but we're also preparing ourselves to get to that point.
Yeah.
And as a gay couple, I always say, like, we have the choice. I'm not gonna bring a child into a home when we're not fully ready to receive them, and I think he agrees with that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just want to, I don't know if I made this clear, this episode of the podcast was going to be less about a debate topic, or like we call it, a parlay topic. And it was just a segment on marriage, gay marriage in general, based off of, like, you know, the recent decision of the Supreme Court to deny the case, to challenge that. Yeah. And so that brought me to mind of, like, I have 2 newly married friends. Let me bring them on the podcast. And I want to discuss the positivity that's coming from gay marriage and the ins and outs of it, the complexities and stuff. Because it's only 10 years old when you think about it, you know? So
it really
it's a new concept. We didn't get a guidebook, like, you know.
So I could tell you where I was when I found that out. So at the time, I was with a guy that I thought, well, I will say this. On your journey throughout life, especially if you have the privilege like I did to experience different relationships and different journeys before you get to this point, I found a guy that I thought was going to be the love of my life. Mm-hmm. And we had a great relationship. It was very beautiful, and we learned a lot from each other. But during that time, gay marriage was legalized, and we were just like, wow, this is so great. Like, we were just so, like, excited during that time. Like, I remember being in Brooklyn, New York, and the gay scene, and everybody was just like, the energy was through the roof. The parties were amazing. Everybody just felt like so connected, because we just knew the possibility that a connection from that night could lead to a relationship, and it could actually lead to marriage legally. And, like, so everybody was hopeful in the air.
I believe that, yeah.
The air was just like, everybody was just like magnetic, and it was just a good time. It was such a great time.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
I was closeted as heck. But, I would definitely say, when I heard the news, and even when we had the option, and I'll say this for real, how closeted I was. Yeah. We were voting on, I think, either that year or the year before, if Minnesota should legalize gay marriage. Yeah. And I vote no against it. Just how religious I was and just so self-hating in a way towards myself. Yeah. I voted against it. And then, like, the following year it was legalized. And I remember, like, just exhaling. And I was like, I felt good about that.
So how did you feel?
Yeah.
Knowing that you voted against it in that moment?
As of now?
Yeah, how do you feel now looking back at it?
It's not a decision I would make today. Yeah. Like, by far. Even on the basis of even how I felt about it religiously. Yeah. I feel like I don't have the right to determine other families. Yeah. But back then, I understood who that kid was. And a lot that was put on him. Yeah. I wouldn't say I understood what he was doing, but I sympathized for him, and I feel very bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we all have to grow.
Yeah.
We all have to grow, and it's retrospect that gives us wisdom. So.
Okay. So I've learned a lot these couple years. And I want to talk about a subject that has been very, like, new to me in a way. Okay. And that's, to me, I feel as though what I've been opening my eyes to as in a lot of long-term couples, they have open relationships. And to the point where I'm realizing, or I'm starting to think, like, is it only possible to have long-term relationships, have marriages for gay male couples specifically, if they are in a way open? So I want to ask you the question, are you guys open in your marriage at all?
So right now, we're not open. But that is a very interesting question, because I do wonder that myself. I'm like, can we last the test of time without being open, or do we inevitably have to get to that point? What I will say is that we have been having conversations about being more explorative and possibly, incorporating some other aspect of our sexual life with additive people, but it's just been in conversation. But like in reality, like what I would like to think, and I think we are very satisfied with ourselves right now, and we're still like I said, we have that open channel of conversation and communication, and whenever those moments feel right, we would probably take them. But I would say that right now we haven't experienced that.
So I guess, what brought you two guys to like exploring more on just rethinking how you wanted to continue on with your relationship and your boundaries?
Time. Like, we've been together for a while. We live in a certain environment in the city, and in a certain vein of entertainment and limelight. Like, that's just what's gonna happen.
You felt like it was inevitable to happen?
Yeah, and then social media plays a part, all of that. Like, it's just the world we live in. And
Okay.
eventually that's just a conversation that's going to come up, because it's a real conversation to have. Like, if you don't have it, I almost feel like you're denying what's there, because it's always there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also think you mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, there were moments where your marriage was already tested.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that?
I don't want to speak too much to it, but what I will say is that that's just how life is. Like, things are gonna happen. Like, people are gonna come in DMs. Like, things are just gonna happen, and you're just gonna have to address them. And I think that the testament to marriage is not just giving up or just saying, I'm done with this, because that's not what you said at the altar.
I hear you 100% on that.
And you just have to work through it, because people are humans, people make mistakes, and you'll make mistakes. You just have to navigate, and hopefully that person is willing to navigate with you, because that's what you guys said.
What advice would you give to couples that are newly engaged, or people who are still in their journey to finding an appropriate suitor to marry?
Well, I'll give two different advices for those. So, people who are newly engaged, what I would say is that the person you are marrying is your friend, and should always be your friend. If you don't feel that way right now, then that's already not right. But if you do feel that way, try to remember that through all the bad times too, that this person is your friend.
I agree with that.
Not your enemy. And that's important. For people who are on the journey to finding somebody, know that red flags are important, and it should feel good in the beginning. It should always feel good. It should always feel good in the beginning.
I agree with you.
That's the basis to start. It should always feel good in the beginning, because that gives you something to remember and something to work off of. And then what's also important is that that person is on that same page with you, because that's the most important thing.
That page is as far as what? Like
working through things.
Okay.
Staying committed to what you guys are building. Not necessarily making excuses to bail.
Do you feel like prior to getting married, you and Matt agreed on a way to build, or what you were building towards?
Of course.
Okay.
And we were on that page, and marriage came because of the situation.
Okay.
Not necessarily, we always were going to do that, And I would say we would have probably got married this year or next year if Trump wasn't elected. But Trump was the catalyst. When he got elected, we were just like, okay, it's now or never, because
this legal right can be threatened.
We don't know what rights we'll have next year or in the coming years. And we said we want to solidify this now. And because I'm going to be with you anyway.
Yeah.
We were just like, I'm going to be with you anyway. And we already knew that. So it's just like, we just moved the timeline up. We changed the vision of what our wedding was going to be. And we compromised for that moment.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, bet. All right. So I really, when you said, make sure that person's your friend and start off happy, like start off with it feeling good, that resonated with me a lot, because I feel like when you start off on a good footing in something, it means so much more.
And that time period is not just a few days or a few weeks.
Oh no, not by
I'm
far.
talking about like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Like on average, like 3 to 6 months of you feeling like it's good. Like granted, there may be a few hiccups here and there, or a few hiccups in terms of understanding, and a few hiccups in terms of communication.
But it just feels right.
Like, if you feel like there are red flags along the way, please follow that, because like your time is very valuable. Your time is very precious. You may feel like you're young now, but every moment that you live is currency of time, and you just need to claim that. And you just want to waste your time behind a moment or a person that is going to drain you or not be right for you. And you need to identify that as soon as you can. But at the same time, there's a balance of understanding, giving people grace. But there's just red flags. Like the red flags is just a problem. Like just notice those red flags.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I really got a lot out of this, to be honest. And I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Taking that next step. And it's inspiring, it's awe-inspiring. And it is also, I'm happy you were like very transparent in far as like, even within this first year or like our relationship entirely, you went through ups and downs.
Yeah.
But the difference is you chose to stay committed and work through it.
Yes.
And you're learning to work with each other towards a problem versus like working against each other when there's a problem.
Yeah.
So I commend you guys for that. Like I said, again, I'm proud of you guys. And happy you came on this pod.
Thank you.
Thank you for breaking this album down with me.
Yes.
And everything like that. And hopefully we'll see more of you for sure. And
yes, this is number 2, so who knows?
You okay, count?
3 is a charm.
Okay, count. What's next for you personally though?
Okay, so next for me personally, to be honest, I really don't know. I'm in a phase of, I'm in a cocoon. I am trying to look at my life, look at everything I've acquired, my skills, my knowledge, my everything, and just kind of like meditate and figure out what is my next step, because I'm in a phase where whatever I pivot to is going to be what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Okay.
And I know that that's what I'm going to do. So right now I'm just like ruminating on everything that I've like soaked up. Like I'm like SpongeBob. I soaked it all up. And I'm trying to like figure out what is it's going to be. And once I figure that out, I know I'm going to excel at it.
Sure.
Because like I'm at that stage. I'm at another crossroad. Like one of my favorite quotes is, life is full of swift transitions. That means that at any moment there's a swift transition to something else, and you just have to adapt and roll with the punches. And right now I'm at a swift transition, and I feel like wherever I'm going, it's going to be magnificent.
That's word.
Yeah.
That's word. Define gravity. No, I hear you 100%. Like, yeah, you know, take advantage of your moments and where life takes you. Thank you, Jair Astro Edwards. And as always, thank you for parlaying with us.
Thank you for calling us.